Welcome back to Armchair Gaffers. You're here with myself, Walks, aka the Young John Legend, and we're here with Grim Sickers today. Thanks for coming along. We've got Scorch, we have Hesse. What's your nickname?
6'2" of continental clout.
Love that. And SB.
Wait, he just
Superb Bets in the corner.
Superb Bets Street Bands.
Wait, I've been
Wait,
Superb Bets Street Bands.
SB.
deserves a bit.
Talk about some.
For those of you watching this online, we'd like to remind you that the podcast is now available on Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts, as well as Spotify and SoundCloud.
Yep, and the OnlyFans. We've been building it up.
We're ready now.
But
It's getting warmer.
It's building up the content.
Yeah.
It takes some time
Because there's nothing worse than when you follow a sports podcast and then they start up a OnlyFans and then there's not enough content to keep you engaged. You know what I mean?
We're not going to do that.
Also, we've got to work on our six packs because what's the point of
Having an OnlyFans.
Of only having one.
Yeah, you gotta have the six.
Enough of the OnlyFans chat. Yesterday we saw the Merseyside derby. Liverpool lost 2-0 to Everton.
Ooh.
Liverpool slumped to a fourth consecutive home league defeat as Everton secured their first win at Anfield since 1999. What were you lot doing in 1999?
I was
on the roads.
He was out early.
I was on the roads like before Dizzy Rascal made I Love You and that.
I was shitting myself because they was talking about this millennium bug, and I was like 9 years old, thinking, "Oh no, I haven't even done anything yet.
I'm gonna die of the computer virus."
Yeah.
Grim, what were you up to in '99?
Parting to Will Smith.
That's right. Which song?
99. Yeah. Millennium and that. SB, you must have been learning to walk.
I was probably listening to Scrubs on MTV Base or something like that.
Sure.
Yeah, strong.
So I guess the world has changed since the last time Everton won at Anfield. They ended their 22-year wait for a Merseyside derby win at Anfield with a 2-0 victory, which consigned Liverpool to their worst home league run in almost a century. There's been 23 derbies since they last won. I don't know if you guys have seen, but there were unreal scenes in the away changing rooms as they celebrated.
It's a bit muggy.
Bit much, you think?
Seriously,
Yeah, it's a bit muggy.
Not for you.
it's been years though, man.
I think you should sell it. You don't know when this might be your last win ever.
What?
That's what I'm saying. It might be another
Well,
20.
in 1999, they never thought that it would take.
So
20
but
plus years to
you got
celebrate.
to think about it. If you're celebrating like that, you're almost saying, "Oh, it was luck."
It's like when Liverpool won the league, 30 years and everything. Like,
But it's not
they
really
got excited.
that.
and-
No.
And you see, right now, I'm gonna swing the mic to Grim Sickers.
Yeah, Grim. What do you think of the celebrations? Because some people said they were over the top,
It's way
distasteful.
over the top, man.
And before we get there, Grim, who do you support?
I'm a diehard Scouser since Fowler was snorting the line at Goodison Park.
That's what got
What a
you.
celebration.
Naturally.
Yeah, and I hope that flipping Firmino does it again when we go back there and does the same celebration.
Uh-huh.
To be fair, I'm quite annoyed. I don't think it was a penalty. On
Yes,
Calvert-Lewin on
we
Trent.
are going to get to that.
I don't think it was a penalty.
We are going to get to that. Yesterday, Virgil van Dijk was in the stands. And they definitely could have done with him yesterday. Liverpool's centre-back crisis deepened even further with Jordan Henderson going off injured with what looks like a groin injury.
Whoa.
We were on the phone.
I've got the
whilst this
note.
game was on, Scotch.
Got a note.
Mention it.
What? Was that Hendo that got injured?
Yeah.
pulled
Hendo,
up.
the fucking. Oh no!
Oh, gosh.
The leader.
Is that the leader of men's Hendo?
Yeah.
The big dog.
The spirit leader,
Leonidas,
all of that.
The one that doesn't have it against Thiago Costa and that. Yeah?
Serious lad.
That guy.
Yeah.
Why is he crying though?
It
That looked
seemed
painful
like he
though,
did
man.
cry.
And like a pulled hammy that looked there, man.
What, he pulled his hammy?
Not
It looked like a hammy, but
tall.
then they would look like it was like he was reaching for his groin.
Yeah.
I don't think it has been kind of announced or diagnosed just yet.
So wait, did he break his leg?
No, because he came back on.
She's a UFC.
No, I'm baffed. That's what I'm saying. Wait, he's
So
what?
basically, Scorcher says that he thinks Henderson shouldn't have cried or half
I'm
cried.
not saying
He should have got up and
cry.
walked. He should have walked off.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying he shouldn't cry. I'm just saying
What happened?
he hurt his leg and he cried, and I'm baffed. Is that a mad thing? Because
No.
he's the Liverpool skipper. Yeah. when things go wrong, you look to him. That's your guy. Hendo, look, what it's going wrong. Hendo,
Push out your chest and
boom, we link the ting now and we're stronger together, like Voltron. Yeah. But you see if me and Jess are like this,
Yeah.
but he's got tears on his cheeks.
It's not believable.
It changes the thing.
Yeah. I hear you. So yeah, he's now missing, adds to their centre back issues. Kabak struggled a fair bit of a baptism of fire
He's
for
awful.
him. What do you think
He's
so far,
awful.
Grim, from what you've seen?
He's all. I think he can grow into a great defender.
Grim.
I think it's early days. It's early doors.
Seriously.
So in the Champions League, he looked all right. He looked all right.
To be
man.
fair, it could be
He's
European.
alright,
He's just come into the league and
Like he's got a reason. Like for me, we may never even see the best of him because he's only potentially here for 6 months.
Possibly so. Yeah.
But the thing that I find most interesting is much like with Sheffield United
Okay.
buying Ramsdale, which I thought, wow, that was a bit like, why are you buying Ramsdale?
Deontay.
He just got relegated from the league that you're trying to stay in.
Yeah.
And you're going to employ this guy to keep you in the league. All right, cool.
And you're referring to
That didn't make sense to me. But then I'm looking at Liverpool. You got all these defensive problems. And I'm trying to work out why you'd buy a centre-half
who's that Schalke?
from a team that ain't won a home game in over a year. Didn't win a home game in over a year. And I'm probably going to get relegated. I'm not really...
Probably have the worst defense as well.
You're wondering what they saw. Andy Dunn, who works for the Mirror, said that he believes pubs will be open before Kabak gets up to speed in the Prem.
Wow.
And that
Could be like what next
that was a
season?
bit
Next
much.
season?
True, he's got 80 million buyout clause.
I'm not sure
I think
the
it's 80
actual
million.
back clause, but I believe it's a loan, and then with the option to buy.
Shout
but
out
I'm
shout
not
out
sure.
Lindelof on the screen as well.
Yeah,
Just
you might see
mentioning
my
the guys that ain't
concentration.
worth that peak.
just
Big up Lindy.
looking up.
A few talking points from the game. Thiago in the build up to Richarlison's goal, unnecessary, pretty stuff. And then there was a great weight of pass from James Rodriguez.
No. We're gonna
Quality.
We gotta wait
Bit of quality.
because I didn't hear anybody on any kind of coverage talking about what you just talked about. Talk about it, Walks.
Yeah, it was.
Because they're the little things that people don't. They're the little things that people don't pick up on.
It was, I guess, in the lead up to the goal, it was I'd say an unnecessary, overcomplicated, pretty header, which was supposed to go to Wijnaldum.
Sexy header.
Yeah. The ball fell, it turned over and went to Rodriguez, who, with great weight of pass, assisted Richarlison for his goal. Grim, what are your thoughts on Thiago so far? People have been saying that we've been going too hard on him. I'm not sure. I think we've had enough games so far, but you're a Liverpool fan, so maybe it's a different perspective.
You can see he's a world-class player. I don't think this is working in the system at Liverpool. I think he slows the play up a lot. I think he makes unnecessary passes and he stops it, and he ain't really connecting with Salah, Firmino, and Mane as much as I thought he would. It doesn't seem that they need a better relationship.
There's a misconception that Salah and Firmino are like traditional football players in the sense that they get the ball and make things happen. They're in behind players. They get most of their joy when the ball gets played in behind over a defender, making them turn and chase shadows. That's not what he's going to provide. He's going to play you nice, delicate,
Accurate,
precise
precise.
Pass appreciation.
Yeah, he's like a waiter that comes to your table. So, how is your hors d'oeuvres? Like he's not like in
Not gonna rush
what's your order?
Yeah.
it's a big difference.
He doesn't get your order wrong.
He doesn't get you wrong.
Never.
Exactly. So, I mean, we all knew what he was bringing to the table. I'm going to say it again. I've said it for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Episode 3 of Armchair Gaffers. I said I want to see how he adapts to Liverpool's style of play. I'm not inserting any clips in this one.
He's a father. So James Rodriguez showed his quality in the build up to Richarlison's goal. Grim, you mentioned it. Was the penalty the right decision? I mean, loads of different WhatsApp groups and everyone's watching the game. Some people said it was harsh, unfair. Some people said it was correct. Never a pen for you.
Softest pen of the season.
Why? I thought it was a pen.
SP, what do you think?
I thought it was a pen. It was obstructed. Yeah, it was an accident, but it was a pen. It was a pen.
Well, the bigger question is, why are you talking as if it affected the result?
Well,
You make a good point.
it was
Wasn't it in the 90th what minute?
It was 83rd minute.
Come on, guys.
So what they couldn't get.
Come on, guys.
The
Doesn't
Anfield,
that
the Anfield crowd.
change things?
The
Yeah.
cop.
The Anfield crowd.
The
Anfield
cop.
crowd that's
The cop.
currently at home.
No, they're there in spirit.
The cop.
In
I tell
spirit.
you what, though. I tell you what.
Infamous.
They are one team that are suffering.
Without their
big stuff.
fans.
Yeah, man.
Big star, big star.
Yeah, they need them.
They're suffering because that Anfield crowd in the midweek, not on a weekend, in the midweek. So you never know. It might even be like a league game, but it's midweek. When that Anfield place just gets rocking, there's something about it, bro.
Yeah.
It's just
And
different.
don't forget, on your way to the ground, you got the fans smashing up your team bus as well.
Yeah. To unsettle you just a bit.
All of that, it's not. But guys,
It's probably the only.
And
Come to think of it, in England, yeah,
Okay,
it's
with
kind of got a foreign
unsettling-
vibe.
unsafe Italian kind
It's
of.
got a bit like
remember, I live right near
Flares.
Millwall Stadium, and
Another
they don't
relic.
really do that.
yeah, and they're pieces of
yeah.
Exactly.
They just-
One thing I want to touch on, guys, is that everyone's looking at Liverpool's recent results, and no one's thinking, okay, cool. A couple of years ago, they were so close to winning the Premier League, didn't win it. Next season, they've won the Champions League.
Yeah.
Next season, they've won the Premier League. Maybe they just run out of steam. Maybe the guys just run out of steam. I mean, what more?
There is a theory about like 3-year cycles, and this is another cycle, and Klopp might have to rebuild. But I don't know.
I think we're very tired, man. I think we're missing Yotta as well. I think it's been a big blow.
That
man.
one there,
Burnout.
yeah, the Yotta signing was for me a stroke of genius because
great signing.
Klopp managed to sign someone who actually came into a team full of stars and managed to add to it. And how a new signing, the injury to a new signing has affected the team so much.
Yeah, go on, SB.
But you can't play the same players week in, week out, no breaks for 3 years and not expect
Something's
anything
got
to
to give.
happen.
And they previously were very fortunate with injuries. And it seems like this is the other side of the coin. I had like this weird thing came to my head, and I was thinking, has a player ever been injured, and his value has increased in the same way that Virgil van Dijk's has? So he hasn't played, but his price has gone up.
It's mad. It's mad. Like, this is testament to how good of a player he is. That his absence has affected Liverpool. His absence has affected Liverpool more than his presence affected Liverpool. Think about it.
Let that one sink in. Let that sink in.
Guys at home, think about it.
Let that sink.
Let that sink come through the door.
Think about it.
Go on, yeah. It's not bad.
Self-praise. Also, Pickford was back in good form. It's been a crazy fixture for him in the past, I guess, with his last-minute howler probably about 2 years or so ago. And then I guess he had the incident with Virgil van Dijk. Yeah, it's ironic that he is somewhat responsible for the crisis that Liverpool found themselves in, and he happened to
What a
perform
guy.
What a guy.
quite well yesterday, which
Pickford's
is
good, but I think in terms of Everton players, a bigger talking point for Everton is that no one seems to be talking about Richarlison's haircut.
Bro, the
It's been
fade,
like-
Can we
the
talk about
non-fade,
the lack of a fade?
the lack, like you say, the lack.
It's
of
not
a
even
fade.
the lack of a fade. It's the like the resentment.
It makes it look like it's on purpose, like he
No,
actually
it is.
means
So what he's
to
done-
not have the
He's
fade.
against-
He's anti-fade.
he's against gradients.
I found out
and, yeah.
what it was. So his mum, Dolores, that's her name. I've done my research.
I hate you.
She
hate
gets
him.
the old, remember the old bowl, and you get the just
and just goes around.
just goes around.
He doesn't really look like he's interested.
Did you
in
not see
getting
that?
the
Did you not see that video that I posted in the group?
Yeah.
I can't lie.
He's
If
a
you lot-
family man.
If you lot haven't seen it, man, one of the nicest like, what do you call it? Like heartwarming.
You call it,
Yeah.
heartwarming.
He's in the
proper
favelas.
heartwarming video. He's in the
And was it for his call up to the Brazilian national
yes
team?
when he
Yeah.
made the Selecao squad.
Yeah.
Sell a cow.
Selecao.
Oh, okay.
Strong.
Selecao.
Some stats from the game. Among defending Premier League champions, only Leicester in 2016-17 and Chelsea in 2015-16 have had fewer points after 25 games this season.
However,
Sorry,
though,
in the season.
how many of those reigning defending champions have been in a season like this with COVID or all these mad
Supposed
all this-
COVID.
what I'm saying?
We'll probably put an asterisk next to it. Liverpool have.
Klopp did say
What did he say?
recently, and this isn't in verbatim, so don't quote me, but he said something along the lines of, if this was a normal season, Liverpool would be challenging. So he said, without all these restrictions and these players, half your squad is put on quarantine in the blink of an eye. If this was a normal season, Liverpool squad would be challenging. And like, I wanna agree with him, but then again, we're all under the same conditions. So then again, I'm like, okay, Jurgen, like,
Would you say this season affects how you look at us as champions of last season? Does it put a taint on our?
No, for me, 100%.
Yes.
It's a good question. Yeah.
Yes.
Will it ruin our like when you look back?
Yes.
I'll let you
Great
go first,
sides.
SB.
Great sides do back to backs.
It's very, very rare.
There's been 2 teams that have ever done back
It's
to
probably
back.
it's one of
Great.
it's almost as rare
Sides.
You see, for
than
me,
Champions Leagues.
Did you see how they was going on when Liverpool won the league or when they was winning the Champions League and everything about Liverpool?
No, but this is the thing that
Whoa.
we can't like. Man are going on as if Liverpool had one good season and one bad season. It didn't go so. Like,
2.
man, forget
They
they
had
went
3 good seasons.
Yes, they went
3.
Europa League final, Champions League final, win the Champions League, then win the league.
Yeah. And
That's a body
and
of work.
it was
That
the,
is not no
the highest
flash in the
highest
pan.
amount of points for a team that finished second as well.
And everyone knows the hardest thing to do, harder than winning the league, is
He's winning it
actually
again.
Winning it again, SB.
Yeah.
This is why when I threatened to quit Armchair Gaffers,
It was
this is
tough.
when he says things like this.
No.
I'm seeing it
No, this is why. I take
God,
this, I take this
No,
seriously.
no. Because the way they was going on about Liverpool side was like the best thing since
No,
sliced
no.
bread. All these
Context.
pundits.
Wait.
All these pundits.
That's what his real problem
All these
is.
pundits. Oh yeah, this Liverpool side, we're the greatest. This and this
What's
and
the
this and
accent?
that.
What accent is that?
It's one of them ESPN brothers.
I knew that's who you
One of them-
guy.
Probably one of them. Oh yeah, this is one of the greatest sides. Like they're untouchable. All of this unbeaten. We got to compare them with who was they comparing them with?
All the teams, yeah,
all
the
these
greatest
great
teams,
teams
yeah.
that just won one league. It's your first league in 30 years.
I think that's the context. It's the 30-year
Do you know what? When you kind of put it like, obviously, I'm a Spurs fan, so my view on everything is slightly different.
Yeah.
So to me, I see like a team playing great and winning shit, and I'm like, oh shit, they're sick, they're guys. But that's because like I don't look at things the same way as like Man United
People
fans
have
would,
different affiliations.
because you lot are looking at it like, yeah, you lot won a league, yeah, you lot won a champion.
Show some
Yeah.
ball.
Like we done a treble. Like,
yeah.
like
There's that.
and I can, but you know, see, to me as a Spurs fan, it ain't making sense when man are questioning Liverpool. But I'm actually understanding, like, okay, we understand that you're a very good team, and it's like now we're trying to work out how good. We know you're.
Where do you
Yeah.
rank?
Like, we know you're
amongst
sick,
the greats, yeah.
but when we start comparing you with, you know, the other Liverpool team that won the Champions League, okay, fair enough, we'd say you're better than them. But what about the Chelsea team that won the Champions League? They was a bit median. Cool. But then what about the Man U team that done the? You know what I'm saying? This is where this is the conversation that man's in.
You guys,
I don't think my answer to Grim's question is I don't think this season takes away from them
with regards
from
to
the
Liverpool,
achievements of the last year, 2 years.
with regards to Liverpool, they're what I call, well, anyone call the perfect storm. Yeah. So obviously, I'm doing, as you guys know, I've got my segment coming out very soon called The System, and I look at different coaches have different philosophies. Some are selection based, i.e., I want all the big names, and some are system based. And Liverpool, these last 3 years, had the best of both worlds, the perfect storm, where they had the best selection, i.e., the best players in those positions, and the best system as well.
I fucking can't wait for just to drop the fucking.
Hey, calm down.
He's teased us long enough.
I'll do it in my own time. But Liverpool, if you look at it, they had arguably the best players in their positions. Okay, Robertson and Trent at fullback were unstoppable. Arguably, yeah. You had VVD with anyone that played next
Speaks
to
for
him.
itself, yeah.
You had Alisson Becker, who's German, not actually Brazilian. Look it up. You had everyone in the midfield was just doing bits, and then you had those 3 up front. Firmino looking like the best player in the world occasionally, and you had the system Gegenpressing that was, you know, when it works, like
Yeah.
I'm not
You're
going to go
right.
into it now.
Everything was aligned and it all
They're
came
just
together
alright,
at the
man.
right time.
They're just alright, Liverpool.
We have a caller calling him.
Do you know what I feel? We'll spin back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, spin back to that.
Cool. Liverpool now have 8 days off before facing Sheffield United, which is amazing. 8 days off in this current season is probably like a break for
How
summer.
they got 8 days
We'll
off?
probably still
Is
complain
it
after
FA Cup?
as well.
FA Cup has to be.
No, they
Monday.
aren't playing in Champions League, and then they're playing Sheffield United next Sunday, and they played yesterday.
Yeah, sorry, checking my mic.
And then Everton are in action on Monday Night Football versus Southampton.
Before we move on, Everton, what are we saying about them? Like, what's their ceiling? What's a good season for them?
6.
Number 6.
I think if they get into Europe this year, that's a great season.
Great season.
Nah.
You don't think that's a great
That's
season?
not a great season.
If they get into Europe, it's not a great season.
Based on
Based
them
on
not
how
being
they've
in
been.
Europe for.
How many years?
Based upon how much
So then
racks-
what's a great season for them?
a great season is in like
Champions League.
Breaking into the top 4.
No,
They
Europa.
need to be in the top 8 of the Premier League, and I don't want to hear any. What are we on about? Like, you can't buy James Rodriguez, Alan, Decore, and then get bread. And people try and tell me that Digne is one of the best left backs in the league. You can't do all of that and then tell me
Getting into Europe's not great.
Not great.
high five for getting into Europa League. No, my bro. Europa League is the bare minimum of what's acceptable.
They've still got Pickford in goal, who you're not a big fan of. They have Yerry Mina.
It's England's number 1.
They have. That's
Yerry Mina,
That's something. Yerry Mina.
ex-Barcelona.
Nah, you're getting Michael Keane,
he's
ex-Man
trolling.
United.
Ex-Man United.
The next game we are going to move on to is West Ham versus Tottenham.
Fucking hell.
What a game.
Mikel Antonio and Jesse Lingard fired West Ham into the top 4 as the Hammers withstood a late Tottenham fight back to hang on for a 2-1 derby victory at the London Stadium. West Ham were ahead inside 5 minutes thanks to
Fucking
the
hell, 5
returning
minutes.
Antonio's 5th goal against Spurs before Loney Lingard to continue his fine form with the Hammers second early in the second half. Lucas Moura headed in from a corner to
Even
give
listening-
Spurs a lifeline, but it wasn't enough.
Can I just start off? I want to start off with this. I'm a Spurs fan, yeah, but more than being a fan of Spurs, I'm a football fan. That's my thing. But like, even me sometimes, it's like, oh man, I try and I just say, like, when I talk about football, I just talk about what I think is the reality. But look how we're even clawing a goal back in the game. Lucas Moura header. The smallest geezer on the pitch.
On the park.
Got a leap.
Smallest geezer on the pitch that starts the least games. What is happening?
It seems to me, this last week, I haven't been able to watch any football. I haven't watched football since we've done our live watch along for the Champions League.
Okay, yeah.
But it seems to me that when Tottenham try and play football, they can't play football.
Elaborate on that.
Yeah, that's
It's pretty right.
So everyone knows Jose is the defensive god. Like, he invented the 2 banks of 4, essentially. Or he must have. I don't know.
He created defending.
The way he swears by
The 6
it.
at the back.
Yeah, the way he swears by it, he must have shares in that. I don't know, but it's like he said recently. Okay, guys, let's go out there and play ball. But you don't know how to make your team play football.
Do you know what it is? He missed that. You missed out a sentence.
What did I miss out?
You missed out a word in a sentence.
Go on.
He said, "Guys, let's go out there and play ball now."
Now, if after
Because
all
the
this
key,
time,
the key word is
Yeah.
now. So for the
It
past
wasn't the
year
case.
and 2 months, he's been teaching man not to do that.
anti-football.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
Mourinho
X.
plays. He's the exponent of anti-football.
Dinosaur.
Like it's so mad.
Yeah.
Proper dinosaur. He's living in the Stone Age.
In the Neo-Paleolithic era.
I'm gonna say it like I'm gonna say it like
BC.
I didn't want to say it, and I haven't wanted to say it, but it's got to the point where I won't be doing my job. But this is not really my job because none of you lot don't pay me. I just do it, and I hope you lot listen. But I won't be being honest if I never said it, and I feel like we're getting into the space now where I feel like we really do need to consider Jose out.
Yeah.
And it's not a knee-jerk thing. I'm not saying this because Tottenham lost, or Tottenham lost again, or Tottenham have lost 5 of our last 6. That's not the reason why I'm saying it. The reason why I'm saying it is this, for me at the moment, is now starting to look like exactly the same as when we sat Poch.
Yeah, and it statistically, it's actually worse. I've got a question for Grim. Yeah, there's rumours. Scorcher mentioned, possibly Klopp out, Mourinho out, and there's rumours about Brendan Rodgers coming in and replacing him. I guess as a Liverpool fan, you've experienced life under Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I think he's one of the top British managers today. I think it'd be a great fit. I think he's got the way his football's evolved is yeah, man, and the way he works with the youth.
Where did
It'd be good for Tottenham, man.
big fan of the youth.
Where did Brendan Rodgers earn his stripes? Because remember a little while ago I was talking about Gareth Southgate. Swansea, but who was he under? Like, and he's on the way up.
Mourinho.
No, he was at Chelsea.
This is Mourinho.
So do you think he's taken Mourinho and said, I ain't doing that?
That's what I will not do.
what-
Everything opposite.
Yeah. Because if you look at them, they're like polar opposites. They don't play the same ball.
I want to know what he learnt from Jose, because I'm just seeing everything he learnt not to do.
Exactly. Essentially,
literally.
as mad
Starting
as it
with
might
defending.
sound, as mad as it might sound, he may have said, all right, gone back home, said, Sheila, this geezer I'll work under.
His wife's definitely
Definitely called Sheila.
definitely called Sheila.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely does.
All right.
Yeah.
Emma. Yeah, not going to do what he does. But yeah, no. Thank you. There we go. Cool. Yeah. But like, I wanted to ask, Scorch.
Yeah.
So I'm going to run through a few managers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to give me your honest opinion, yeah?
Okay.
If Arteta was at Tottenham, where would you lot be? Okay, thank you.
Don't want to even speak about that.
If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was at Tottenham,
Don't want to speak about it.
okay, cool. If Chris Wilder was at Tottenham, where would you guys be?
I couldn't even imagine.
Lastly, I'm just going to
bear
top of my head.
thinking
Okay, if you guys had Graham Potter as your number one manager, where would you lot be?
I see what he's done.
Now, this is where it gets interesting.
I see what he's done there.
This is where it gets interesting because, Graham Potter, he kicks that nice ball. And it looks sick. And then at the end of the season, you're
still where you were last season.
It's just in the same place forever.
But you know what it is though? You see, during the time that working, whilst you're working, going to work is wicked.
It's nice. Yeah.
it's lovely.
You enjoy work.
Yeah, I'm on.
One more quickly, and Ralph Hasenhüttl.
Listen, I'm like 6'3". I think Ralph Hasenhüttl's taller than me. He's definitely bigger. If you want me to walk to Southampton, give him a piggyback.
On whatever M road that is or A road that is.
Ralph, pat your bag, mate.
Yeah. If you see Scorcher, do give him a lift. I want to whisper something, but
The strongest of men. Oh,
not that. God, Gareth Bale. There are signs of life.
he's coming to life.
He is.
But what we're not going to do is be gas Tottenham fans. That's what
It's
it is.
too late anyway because it is the
You can-
21st of February.
Yeah,
Boxing
March
Day
round
was
the
2
corner.
months ago.
He can only have
He's missed the boat.
He can only have like a not shit season. He can't have a good season. It's impossible.
You're right there.
But I do think I want to see him playing though.
You look like you need him.
Yeah, definitely
As a bit of quality.
brings quality that you
Are we
didn't
going to
have before.
mention the ultimate strongest of men's ever to play football?
Yes, we've got
in the
that.
Premier League?
We have Souček doing his Ivan Drago impression.
Bro, what the fuck was
He
that?
took
seen
a
anything.
massive. There was a big head
He's a
collision,
madman.
big cut above the eye, and he hardly winced.
If he
And
dies,
No,
he dies.
no, you're not
I'm
doing
I'm
it
not-
justice.
I saw it. He big head went down. Blah blah. Got back up. Tried to block the shot, but you
No,
you
you're
saw
not
it from
doing
a
it
different
justice.
angle.
Bro, Sanchez has jumped in the air. Sanchez is a mad athlete. We know this, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's not good at anything else.
But we'll give him that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
One thing, he's a fucking mad athlete. He's jumped in the air and done, you know when you do the salmon header?
Yeah, he charged it up a bit. Yeah,
That one. And he's headbutted Souček.
there's no ball.
He just headbutted
There
Souček
was
as
zero
hard
ball.
as he could, in like the eyebrow section. Anyway, so he's headbutted my man with the forehead, the hard
The
part.
hard part is it.
What? Yeah, and he's dropped on the floor. Oh my God, my head. Souček is doing this on the line,
Still,
trying to gauge where the shot is to block it. Then the ball's gone away. Then Souček's gone, oh yeah, I'm bleeding everywhere and my face is bust.
it was a horrible cut.
Maybe I should get some stitches.
Maybe.
Maybe.
What does someone like
horrible.
Thomas
Have to?
Tuchel have to do to like be considered for PFA?
Yes.
What is going on?
What, you're applauding me? What, you're booing me? Wait, you're applauding me, you're booing me.
The only reason you're getting applauded right now is because Scorch is right next to them buttons.
Yeah,
No, but the boo button.
That's what it should sound like. That's what it should sound like.
50-50 shot.
I guess we praised Eric Dyer earlier this season.
Huh?
We'll admit where we were wrong.
Who praised him?
I think we did do it.
Some of us,
I didn't.
some of the panel.
Definitely
You,
wasn't.
you
When they
didn't
say-
want him in.
we said he
When
was
they-
alright.
When they say we, I'm not involved. Because
As a
you
Spurs
can't
fan.
trick me, strongman rugby player.
He was
Slab
definitely, I think, to blame for West Ham's first goal, but he tried to blame Tanganga, and I didn't really like that.
He always tries to fish out the blame whenever I see Dyer.
Blaming the young kid that weren't on when that was your man. Even though there was a run across you, that's for a midfielder. But yeah, you looked at Tanganga. I don't think it was his fault.
Bro, hold on 1 second. Why, as a centre half, yeah, the ball is coming into your box and it's things you don't know, you can't see behind you. Like, why have you not, like, you see centre halves and goalkeepers arguing all the time because the goalkeeper's saying, I had it, and the centre half is saying, I don't care about that. I'm clearing it. I'm heading it. I'm booting it. Whatever it may be.
Don't leave it.
I'm passing it to whatever it may be. And Dyer's gone. No, let me see what I got. See what I got.
Yeah, it weren't pretty to see. And he dug out Tanganga, which I thought was probably a bit out of line. Grim, if you are a Spurs fan, do you take this run of form on the chin if it means you win some silverware?
Yes, I would love to see them beat Man City in the League Cup, man.
Okay.
That's not a bad season.
So you'd go through this current run that they're on, which was worse than Poch before he got sacked, if it means that you can get a League Cup or a Europa League.
Tottenham Hotspurs need silverware badly. Like they're gasping for silverware
at all costs.
Yeah, at any cost. Would you be happy with a cup and finishing 8th?
Well, it's 8th for now. Well, it's 9th. It's 9th for now.
It might even be a little 10th or something.
Look, I'll be honest with you, lot. I'll write off this season and take a cup, but like.
You need a cup.
Do you know what it is? At this point, we just need a cup. Like whatever. Like if we
could be Wenger at the
anything bar selling Harry Kane and bringing back Ericsson, I'm with it. We need to get. Do you know what it is? You get a cup and then you start looking forward. But till then, but the problem is when you're playing like this, April seems so far away.
Still 9 weeks. So you got 9 weeks more of this,
and you play 2 games. Two games a week.
It's hard to watch.
It's tough.
I don't like the way you guys are talking about the West Ham Tottenham game and missing out the key talking point.
I'm gonna speak about either Lingard or Antonio and man dancing, and I can't.
Deckers? Did you see Deckers'
So
clearance?
I haven't watched any
Hero.
games this week, yeah. But I'm always on my phone on Instagram, and I'm scrolling through, and I saw guys at a festival. Yeah, music festival.
A music festival
yeah,
in
like,
COVID.
In COVID, I was like, the
How's
music
that
festivals in COVID. Nope, it's Jesse Lingard and his pals having a dance,
having an absolute jolly up at the London Stadium.
What was Rice doing? What
He was playing the drums. I think it was
Is that the drums?
I think there was a cymbal hi hat type situation going
Four
on.
Nows had the
What's for now? He was the
electric
bass
guitar kind
Yeah.
of samba thing.
No. 4 Nows has got the
little bass vibe.
The Nando's kind of
from
vibe,
day
yeah.
one. As soon as Lingard went there, I said him and Antonio are gonna take this club for a ride. Like
It's gonna be fun. You don't know what's gonna happen,
fun.
but it's gonna be fun. SB, a lot of people say the squad that Mourinho has isn't great, yeah. But today I saw Harry Kane on the pitch. I saw Heung-min Son. I saw Gareth Bale. I saw Dele Alli. I saw Ndombele and Lucas, who every now and again pops up and does something. Surely he should be getting more out of this team, and he's got enough resources.
Quickly though, didn't see Eric Lamela? He was on the pitch.
I don't.
Anyway.
I didn't mention him.
No cap. He played well.
He has been playing well. But
he's been one of their
those
shining lights.
those players that I've mentioned, you think Jose should be getting more out of him?
100%. This is exactly why I think it's a Jose out. But this is why it's techie, because like you guys were saying before, they have the final and they might have a Europa League final maybe. But it's very techie right now. Like, it's poor right now. The football's poor. I don't see any improvements really and truly. Like you said, you've just named all them attacking players and it's still the same.
Should be able to get a tune out of them.
But the problem is maybe the problem, like, for me at this moment in time now, whether this is part of his responsibility, which being a gaffer you'd think it is. The problem for me is the defense have got things in such a way that it's like
those guys can't even drag you out of the mire that you might find yourself in.
But it just perpetuates, like you're gonna say, rather defense, and then the attack can't do their job because of it's just mad.
Yeah.
And when I'm seeing stuff like, I see like Højbjerg or Ndombele, mainly Højbjerg, but he's going and getting the ball off the centre halves, literally
on the 18-yard box,
3 yards away from them.
That's not his job. He's not Busquets.
This game, you see that? Like, you see like how hard football is to play as a team. Like you from the beginning, yeah, you've got whoever it is that's supposed to be that's tasked with taking care of Højbjerg, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They say, "Oh fuck that, I ain't going."
50
He
yards.
can,
me just chill
it's
here.
cool if he's
Actually
there.
in the middle of the pitch.
And cut all these passing lanes, and then it's just a myth. Then Tottenham just start doing that. You know that shit thing where you go like you play like this, like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
a
full
crescent.
back to the
Yeah,
full
yeah,
back,
yeah,
other
yeah.
fullback,
You're not really progressing.
and eventually it goes to the goalie,
And he hoofs it,
and then he whacks.
and he could have done that 20 seconds ago. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yep.
Not pretty. West Ham's.
Sorry, I'm just watching this United Newcastle game.
I've been looking up and seeing some bizarre things.
Newcastle are doing
This is what I
a
said,
lot.
but earlier everyone
Killing
was
man,
like,
eh?
"No, it's Newcastle. It's like, like
I'm not gonna
can
cap
see
here.
this stuff.
I was talking at one point, yeah, or someone was whatever,
you
yeah.
couldn't even hear."
And I just looked up here and I was like, oh, raw. And then the next time I looked, the same sort of things was happening.
Listen, Santiago Munez is doing. I mean, Miguel Almiron is actually doing. all right.
Santiago
You
Santiago
are so
Nunez.
silly. West Ham's Mikel Antonio has scored 5 Premier League goals against Tottenham, his best return against any single side in the competition. Tottenham have lost 5 of their last Premier League games. Sorry, I've lost 5 of their last Premier League games, only picking up points in a 2-0 home victory against West Brom in this time. Their 8 total league defeats this season are Jose Mourinho's most since 2015-16 with Chelsea when he was sacked after 9 league defeats.
Naturally.
Watch this space. West Ham are now 4th. They travel to Premier League leaders Man City on Saturday,
Great.
which will be a decent game. And then Spurs sit 9th and face Burnley next Sunday.
Should be 3 points, isn't it?
You'd hope so.
Against Burnley, Yeah, queft them.
They don't come out to attack.
we're gonna queft them.
They're defensively strong, but yeah,
Are you
you'd
joking?
expect Spurs to win.
I reckon I'll say it here this week. I'm not really a predictions man, but I do believe Spurs will queft Burnley.
Fair
That's
play.
just my opinion.
That's on record.
I watched Burnley and West Brom just beef it out and go 0-0 today.
Yeah.
We're shit, but we're not that shit.
Yeah. Fulham played Sheffield United last night. Scott Parker says his Fulham side have enjoyed a massive week in their fight for Premier League survival after they claimed a vital win over fellow strugglers Sheffield United. It was a 1-0 win. 7 points from 3 games for the Cottagers. See them move just 3 points behind Newcastle in 17th, and they were 10 points off them last Sunday.
Crazy.
So starting to improve.
What we're not gonna do,
What
what
we're not
someone done on Instagram really ruined my whole day.
Oh my god!
This whole day.
Oh, yeah. This weren't great.
So I'm at home with my little boy, got a little newborn, missus, just chilling.
Life's
relaxing.
good.
Life's
Family time.
Sun's out now, just like everything's good, and I get a ping on Instagram. Do you think Ruben Loftus-Cheek should go to Euros now? No, just
question.
no. Have you seen my phone? I
Don't
smashed
waste
my
our
phone.
time. Yeah,
It's
he cracked
ex-
his
it's
screen.
cracked
Smashed
it,
my
yeah.
phone.
He's
You've
angry.
done that. Yeah.
It's one of the little man.
What we're not gonna do, what I hate is these knee-jerk reactions. One game, one decent performance, and then we think so and so should be playing for England.
For
or-
the national team,
Guys.
in a big tournament.
We don't do that in Armchair Gaffers,
No,
okay?
no.
Yeah?
No.
This is luxury soccer ball analysis. All right?
But yeah, Joe Chim Anderson's raking pass was superbly collected by Lookman,
that
who
pass in
profited.
chest.
Decent link up from weak defending by Ethan Ampadu to cut inside and draw a shot through the legs of the Blades goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale.
Porches boy.
He's conceded a fair few.
Like, I got
Poor guy,
sorry,
No,
but I got an interesting I was watching the post match.
Yeah.
And Scott Parker said something that made me think, you man are getting out of this.
Okay.
Like he was like I can't remember what he was talking about, other teams getting sucked into it, yeah. And he was like, we're fine with that because we're used to it.
They've been here for a while.
He's like, and now it's about. He's like, nah, it's about.
You know what that is? Oh, Batman. You merely adopted the
No.
dog.
Yeah. It's a bit
It's
of
that.
that. It's a bit of that.
He was like, you man are born to this thing.
I was born in this life.
And do you know what he said that? And I thought, do you know what's a mad real thing? He's like, right now it's about transferring that pressure.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? There's some man, yeah, when you look at the league, they've been kind of cut, like your Brightons and that.
Yeah.
They've been cutting through. Oh, well, the Graham Pot, well done, man.
Defensively strong now.
Played
yeah,
that nice football, man.
It's great stuff.
Great stuff, man.
Accents, I can't.
But I tell you what, though, when when Fulham start coming into your ends a bit, what's gonna happen?
The form right now is really good. They've only lost one of their past 7 games, but they just need to start converting the draws into wins. I think they have the second most draws this season.
The problem is though is that
Goals.
Caballero
It's not enough, is it? Mitrovic seems shot.
That's what it is. You see, Caballero, he's got everything.
Who the hell is this?
Oh, Ryan
Oh
Fraser.
my God, Nunes. Santiago.
Nunes, quick.
Oh,
Sorry, Santiago
Get him out
Nunes.
of
If we get a little sidetracked, it's because the Man U game is up there. Yeah, just so you know.
But defensively, they're strong. 3 clean sheets in the past 4. I have this down as my note. Lookman, since his penalty miss, do you remember the Panenka?
Yep.
Oh,
That was
you
a little bit grim.
Since
Since then, he has been not unreal, but he's been playing really well. I remember saying myself, he's the type of player that will brush it off and it won't let him
Did say that.
affect him. I think, this is where I'm going out on the limb. I think he should be in the conversation with the Star Boys, but he just doesn't play for a glamorous team.
Hold on. So the Star Boys, you got your Bukayo Sakas, your Phil Fodens, your Mason Greenwoods.
How old is he?
That's a good question.
31.
Yeah, I think he's old.
That's the only thing
That's holding him
that's
back.
the issue.
I'll get it up.
He's
don't worry.
23. Bit too old.
Same
you think?
age as
That's
Rashford.
Rashford's
So
ends.
hold on. Let's be fair here, because when it comes to Rashford, and you guys know my feelings on Rashford, I don't care how many kids he feeds. Yeah, you know how I feel about Rashford.
Cruel.
But if we keep talking about Rashford's potential, I heard a commentator or
We were
a
arguing
pundit
about this on the live.
so angry.
You said you can't talk about. You said Rashford doesn't have potential at 23. I disagreed.
And you wonder why. Scorch, every night I call him at midnight and say, Scorch, I'm going, I'm leaving Armchair Gaffers. Today's the day. But I'm saying, if Rashford has potential, sorry, you want to say something?
No, I was going to say, it's Curtis Jones in the convo.
Oh, I like him. I like him.
I like
in the
him.
convo.
I'm a big-
He's not getting
100%.
enough for me as a Scouser, yeah.
No, we're not biased here. No Liverpool
Okay,
fans
so
here.
I
We
like
convo,
Curtis
yeah.
Jones.
He's
Good
all right.
bowler.
He's all right. And
No, he's
No,
not. in
he's
the
not just
convo.
all right.
Let's have it. Let's have it right. Curtis Jones.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. This is how strongly man feel about it. I feel Liverpool do better without. I was saying this to shout out Black Jamie and Drink Up Club. Wicked.
You done know.
I was saying it to Jamie. Like, I'll be honest with you. I see Liverpool being more effective with one of those centre halves or one of them centre mids that's playing centre half.
Yeah.
Back where they're supposed to be, and you go you remove a Thiago and put in a Curtis Jones. It's not so much. I don't think that Curtis Jones is a better footballer in terms of technique.
Then the other options, yeah.
But in terms of playing style and complementing the side that he's in, I can't see Thiago as a better fit than Curtis Jones. I know he's a better player.
He looks very, very competent. There's nothing I love more than a competent football player.
And
Definitely is.
he's got a D's trim.
He's got a
For
good haircut.
these fades.
He's got a good haircut. We live in the world now. It's all about the Barnet, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. That's why we hate Eric Dyer, because he does that buzz cut.
And he's not doing enough.
And we're not going to speak on Sheffield United, by the way. They're done, and they should start prepping for life in the Championship.
Quickly though, what's changed between Sheffield United last year or who's changed?
This is one thing I realised at the start of the season. I know it's not going to be what you're saying. I know.
The goalkeeper, for a start. Henderson's at Man United.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper.
That's
wild. Fucking first half of the season, they tried to do Billy Big Bollocks. Oh, we're a Premier League team. So when this important player fucking don't want to sign a contract extension, we're not going to play him.
Sit him out.
Oh, so you want to not play Jeff Lundstrom? Okay, I think, is it Jeff Lundstrom or John?
I think it's John, yeah.
I'm not too
Doesn't
certain.
matter.
I'm
It's
not
Lundstrom.
too familiar
Yeah.
with his career.
Some
But
Lundstrom.
you see, my man, he was a big part of you lot's team.
Massive.
And you decided you didn't want to play him.
Yeah,
and you're doing wild
Lord
stuff.
Lundstrom was his name. In fantasy football, people were like, you need to have him in your team.
You
People
had to
going
play
crazy.
him.
Yeah.
And then so you don't want to play him and you're doing stuff like you're playing Ampadu.
He's sick.
I'm sorry, bro. I've watched this brother for quite some time. I watched him at Chelsea. I watched him at Leipzig, where he did play good against Tottenham in the flesh. That kind of fucked my night up, if I'm honest with you. But other than that, I haven't seen. I'm not saying like he won't go on to be. What I'm saying is in this moment here, right now, I don't believe Ampadu is what is going to keep Sheffield
Keep
United in the league.
And yeah, it seems like they're done and dusted. Fulham picked up just their second victory in 14 Premier League games and their first since
What? Will that
BTEC.
back?
This is their second victory in 14.
How
Premier
many
League.
draws though? Because you did
games.
say they're the draw specialists.
they are.
4 in 14 games. They've lost the other 8.
Hold on one second.
Across
Wait.
the season.
I've been getting
yeah.
finessed.
14
I've been getting
games is a lot
finessed.
of games.
Because I genuinely been having conversations with man like, yo, I think Fulham are patterning up.
They
But
got
you just
10
told me
draws.
they've won twice.
They won twice in 14
But
games.
what, they're only like 3 points away, I think they are now.
They now sit 4 points behind Newcastle, who are playing Man United as we speak. We're going to look at Chelsea yesterday, Southampton.
Fucking Daniel James, sorry. Fucking championship guy.
mad. I'm
What
not
is this
watching
guy,
this.
bro?
Yeah, Southampton versus Chelsea yesterday was a 1-1 draw. Mason Mount second half penalty
What a
earned
guy.
Chelsea a 1-1
What a
draw
guy.
at Southampton as Thomas Tuchel remained unbeaten in charge of the West London club. The struggling Saints, who came in having lost 6 top flight games in a row, they opened scoring with Minamino.
Composure.
Well taken strike.
Right, that goal was
Com-
sick.
Yeah.
Composure.
What are your
We
thoughts
need
on
him back,
Minamino?
man.
Yeah.
A howler. Origi, we got bruv.
Yeah,
What do you think of Minamino
Techie.
on the
See,
whole?
that's- I finished
Given
was
enough chances
crazy.
or?
I think he struggled to fit into the system. I think the bust of the
where they
Premiership, but
Yeah.
it looks like at Southampton he's head and shoulders. He stands out. doesn't he?
Yeah, you can see the
I'm
difference.
saying, yeah.
Minamino came from RB Leipzig. No,
I think it
no,
might be
Salzburg.
That's what it was. Yeah, and so obviously Ralph coming from RB Leipzig,
It's part of the
he
same
would have known
family.
about this guy.
Yeah,
So it makes sense that Ralph's got him at Southampton
and he's
because
playing him
and he's
regularly.
playing him.
Regularly,
Yeah.
I did feel like when I was seeing him yesterday, innit?
Yesterday, yeah.
When I was seeing, I was like, "This is your level."
There's a bit of a confidence there. It seems like they look to him
Yes,
as opposed to at
Yeah.
Liverpool, where he might be kind of bypassed and
Like,
we'll go to him instead.
it did kind of. It very much looked like, oh, we got Minamino. Like that's how it kind of felt. Minamino vibes, and the goal as well. Even like how he
Really
was
well
moving, I was
taken,
like,
yeah.
okay.
There's a confidence there which I didn't
see
see.
at
But do you know what I
all,
think?
Liverpool.
Do you know what it is though? What could be cold is you do this 6 months and like what it's gonna do is by the end of the 6 months, in terms of the rigors of the Premier League, I know sometimes like people really like to overdo how difficult it is, whatever. But in reality, the intensity that he's gonna be playing under
I told you. I told
Oh
you.
wow! The player with no potential, Marcus Rashford.
Bro, you never saw.
Jess's mate.
He nutmegged the guy.
Marcus Rashford, who has no potential, has just
Can I-
scored
can-
a goal. Which
He
yeah, let's have
nutmegged
a
the
bit of
guy, and just has looked at me like, "What's he gonna do now after the nutmeg?" I said, "All right, let's look. Let's have a look what he does after the nutmeg."
what has happened?
And he slapped it near post.
Guys, hold on.
It's a goal.
Order,
That's so
order,
awkward
please.
when
Order
that
the call,
happens.
guys.
Literally, look.
Guys,
This is why I looked at Jess.
We're not a
He
shouty
did
podcast.
this, and I looked at him.
Please order in.
Right here, I looked at him,
Oh,
That's
no.
not defending.
and then just looked
Who's number 17?
just looked at me right here. Just looked at me right here. Like, what's he gonna do? And then
You don't. Two things there.
that
That's
is
not
a
defending.
world class
Jess,
goal.
sometimes just take the L.
That's not how you defend. Number 17. Who's number 17, Dan? Please find out.
I don't
who
think
it
he's
is.
done anything bad there. He's got nutmeg.
Look
He's
how
come
he's-
back. He's
You
got
don't
back.
tackle like that,
He's got back
SB.
though. No, look. He's
No.
got back in his position
Who's number 17 for Newcastle?
through his legs. It's two nutmegs he's got.
What Croft? Yeah. What more?
Keeper. It's the keeper's
Getting
fault.
beat
No,
and you're
there's
near
so
post.
many.
Keeper
There's
should
so
not be getting
no,
beaten at his
There's
neck.
so
Sometimes
many
people are
things that
better than
shouldn't
you
be
and
happening.
faster
But
than you.
guess what though?
Marcus Rashford is
He
making
made
sure-
all
yeah,
of them
yeah, yeah.
happen.
And it's
Guys,
1-0.
let's
He's
stuff.
met. Wait 1 second. He's megged him with the instep. Fuck!
You do that to your little cousin or something or your
You
son.
can't get megged with the instep because if it's with the instep, he's showing you. He's showing you. There's
no
no
disguise.
secret. It's not like with the outside of the boot. Oh, you get me?
MBE.
He's megged him with the instep, and then you know what he's done? This is the worst part about it. I don't even know who that person is. He's megged him, gone past him,
Yeah,
got the ball. Could have gone across him, got fouled. I said, no.
I'm gonna face you.
Go
up
on,
again.
go on.
Get
Get
back
back,
in.
go on, get back. Then he's roasted him. When he's bagged near post, by the way, he's beat Darlow, who's actually quite a decent goalkeeper.
Good form.
He's he's clotted it near post, which is rude,
Bit mad.
through my man's legs. And when the ball is crossing the line, going past the goalkeeper, my man is laid out flat on his back like a gal on the eve of Valentine's.
Yeah,
not on the day.
not pretty viewing, man. The visitors yesterday, Chelsea drew level in the second period when Mount both won and scored a penalty to keep his side fourth. Mount again showed his importance in the Chelsea team. I think he's currently their best player.
What did I say? Weeks ago or months ago, maybe.
Grim, what do you think of Mason Mount? I know he gets a lot of stick.
I think since Lampard's gone, you got to respect him more because people thought he was in there because of Lampard.
Big
and
shout, man.
So since then, he's still doing it, still holding it up.
What
so
stood out for me?
I respect. Thank you, man. I feel like Andy Gray right now.
What did it for me was when the first game Tuchel dropped him, didn't start him.
That was a little.
And-
how are you going to react?
I did like it
Then
though.
the way he reacted for me told me everything I need to know about Mount, and I've already bought his plane ticket for the Euros.
Oh, he's
And
going.
the thing is though, the Euros are actually in England, but I've gone ahead and bought.
You're going to fly off
Plane-
and come back down.
no, just-
kind of
Little
thing.
You're
Inter.
gonna fly him out and fly him back.
Yeah, exactly.
Round trip.
That's
Yeah,
massive.
he needs-
Speaking of reactions, yesterday Callum Hudson-Odoi was subbed on at half time, only to be subbed off 30 minutes later, despite not being injured. Yeah. Have any of us ever been subbed on and subbed off just to start?
No, chill out.
In five-a-side, roll on, roll off.
No.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't like sub on and all of that. That's a new phenomenon.
Okay. Yeah, that
Sub
just-
on. Maybe like twice or something. Sub on.
Okay. But never ever subbed on.
Was he
I
that?
don't even really
It's
know
tough.
about sub off.
Was he that bad?
So, Tuchel said
I thought he looked
the
lively.
forward's
Yeah.
attitude was not right. It was not injury related. I was not happy with his attitude, energy, and counter pressing. In a game where it was not easy to create chances, you need to rely on counter pressing to force errors, to get the second ball and get the easy chance. And for that, you need to be totally on and sharp for counter pressing. And I did not feel this with Callum today. Do we think it's like tough love? Do we think he's gone too far? Could that break a young player's confidence? And does he start midweek for Chelsea in the Champions League tie?
It all goes back to what we were just saying about reaction. Yeah, it's up to him. It can make him or it can break him.
Okay, so it's on
It's up to
Callum
him.
Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah, it's up to him.
I also think it's a bit of Tuchel saying okay, I've been bullied for 2 years at PSG.
Yeah.
And now I'm not a pussy anymore.
Yeah, I need to
He
bully
does.
someone.
He does have a history of falling out with players.
Yeah, like
That's-
so I'm looking at it and I feel like he's like, okay, like, you know what? You know where I went wrong? I might like, not to say he's a super cool guy because we know he's not a cool guy, but like he might have felt he went too far with the coolness at PSG, which to be honest he had to, because in reality he says something and Neymar says, yeah, cool, walks out of training and rings the
Yeah, at
Bad
PSG,
business.
by the way, the players said they want to train in the afternoons, and training was changed to the afternoons. But now Poch is back; it's back in the morning, so that goes to. That's
Wait.
Just shows.
That is play. And when we say the
a
players,
player power.
when we say the players want to train,
Oh, okay, I'm not going to say any names, but yeah, the
Guys,
players.
you're
Yeah.
forgetting. You're talking to Mr. Continental. Yeah. So anything that happens.
So
on the
Danilo
continent-
Pereira wanted to play
Bossing it.
in the
I had a bad dream the other day.
What?
It's not Conti Conti yet, but I had a dream that William Carvalho and Danilo Pereira were starting centre mid for Arsenal.
He must have woken up in like a cold sweat.
Cold sweat.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Hey, on my mum's life, yeah, I swear to God. So, Jess has got system coming. I got a series, or we've got a series called Bestsellers coming. I thought it was a goal there. We got a series called Bestsellers coming, and I was doing some research for one of the teams, and I just had little butchers over in Portugal about Porto, and I was like, I see Danilo Pereira. I was like, I wonder if I put this in just as band, but then Jess
Don't do
might
it.
not edit it. So
Yeah.
No chance.
Don't wind him up.
Alan Saint
Did I not
Gucci
tell
Max.
you?
Gucci Max. What's his dance? Hey.
What did I not tell
Gucci
you, bro? This
Max.
guy, bro, probably Maguire's fault as well.
Now, guys, that's how you score a goal. Marcus
Goodness
Rashford,
me.
take notes.
Goodness gracious me.
So,
Yeah, Chelsea
digress.
up against Atletico Madrid in the week. After seeing how they got on against Southampton, do we hold out any hope for them?
Atletico could be running out of steam. So don't know.
I'm not. Listen,
It's a
I
way.
refuse to talk about Atletico on a Monday.
What kind of
I see that.
It's a Monday.
Got to
Like,
tune
I'm
in
not
for
doing that,
the
bro.
continental.
technique
technique
doing
is
it.
this? He side-footed it on the volley.
Hit it in
He
the ground.
side-footed it on
Jess.
the volley. You don't do that.
Yes.
You don't do that.
What is he doing?
You don't do that. That's not what they teach us in soccer school. You don't side foot it on the volley.
Do you know what I'm sick of? Seeing De Gea in the net after the ball goes in.
His arms just there like some
just
gal.
not on.
Saying Gucci Max. Let's move on.
It's not on. Moving on to Aston Villa and Leicester City today. Aston Villa lost 2-1 at home to Leicester City. Goals from Maddison and Barnes, who are looking like, I don't know, one of the greatest partnerships since Cole and York
Guys,
at the minute.
okay, serious note now. I will leave armchair gaffers if the two of them are not representing England, the three Lions at the Euros. If
I
both
respect
of them aren't there,
Who? Barnes and
Madison and Barnes. If they're both not there, I'm leaving armchair gaffers. I get guys. You think
I'm trying to understand why what's that got to do with us?
He's just had
I'm
enough.
so-
He just had enough with the football. I get
What
it.
has Gareth's decision got to do with
He just had enough of
us?
shocking footballing decisions. I respect it.
I'm just saying.
You're saying they have to. And
Wait,
Scorch, you said
what's happening? What's happening?
Probably Hayden getting
Hayden and Bruno.
a booking.
Hayden and Bruno.
like that, Fred.
Hayden and Bruno. 4 rounds. 4 rounds.
There's
Yeah.
one winner.
4 rounds, but it's boxing, not MMA. 2 minute. No. 1.5 minute rounds. Who wins?
Hayden's gonna pummel him.
Hayden.
Hayden's gonna
But it's 1.5 minutes, so you could like
pummel him.
pummel him.
He's gonna absolutely pummel him.
No one's got money on Bruno.
No. No money. Bruno.
Not putting my money on that. Leicester are now 5 points clear of Chelsea. And Aston Villa struggled without Jack Grealish. Yeah, it looked like they definitely lacked creativity. Shock, as you would without Jack Grealish. Also, did you see Ross Barkley's reaction to being subbed off? It's probably one of the biggest drops I've ever seen.
No.
So he was subbed off on the other side of the pitch, but he
He did that bad boy
He
thing.
dragged his feet. It was taking ages for him to They kept
Did he
coming
come
back
across?
to him.
That's, yeah,
No.
back
He
to him.
walked off there,
Oh.
so he's probably got the longest way of getting back to the bench. Dragged his feet, took his boots off,
What?
carried on walking, took his socks off. It took him about 3 to 4 minutes to get around. I'm not sure if he kicked a water bottle, but he wasn't happy. But
Sesh
Sesh FC,
FC.
yeah, he's definitely part of Sesh FC.
Oh, yeah, I
I'm happy.
noticed something very interesting.
Mhm.
I was like, I don't like me. Like, I'm not really a conspiracy guy,
Okay,
but like,
we're going here. That
Yeah.
usually precedes a conspiracy.
yeah, sort of.
It's kind of like. Remember, I live in Millwall territory. Yeah. I like you. I'm not racist, but
And you're like, oh no, okay, racist onslaught. Yeah.
but anyways, you were
Like-
saying.
So like, they're like, oh yeah, like Jack Grealish isn't gonna be isn't available today. Jack Grealish not available. He's injured. His leg.
Yes.
Them big legs,
So I was like, oh,
them tree trunks.
and then they're like, yeah.
Calves.
And then they were talking about it, and then they said, yeah, he's got he had some discomfort
In training,
in his leg.
Respect Rashford.
His leg.
all of it.
Not
Not
his,
even the quad, the hammy, the calf.
taking that us 5 people here know about a metatarsal.
You know, metatarsal. Yeah.
They're telling us leg. 2021.
The leg.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
You think
but-
Sesh FC have
but
started
I'm like,
this
what's
season?
that?
What's going on?
They might have started
Uh-huh.
a bit early this season.
Yeah.
You
A
know
little
what I'm
bit
saying?
pre-season.
Pre-season
For
mobs.
Sesh FC, yeah. Dean Smith on the radio on the way I was listening, he was like, people are saying he's out for a month. I haven't even been told how long he's out for. So he's kind of a bit
Not
pissed
happy.
off. So
It's a bit seshish though.
yeah, there's a Seshy vibe.
That to me
it'll be
just-
one of those,
And you know
those
what happened?
weirdest
They
injuries.
Did you watch Sky Sports? They had like a whole Madison and Grealish BFF
comparison
kind of
Oh,
thing
okay.
before. So it's like proper built up for him.
And then just
not
nothing.
here.
And can we, guys, on the subject of Grealish and Madison, can we just finally just like acknowledge they do not play in the same position?
And
that needs to be
and
said.
Grealish is better.
Yeah, guys, Madison plays in the hole. Grealish plays on the.
Why does everybody like there's like a mad like weird thing like where like they compare Grealish, yeah,
to everyone.
with like centre mids and number
Mount,
10s.
Mount,
Anything other than
Foden-ish.
somebody that plays in the
Anyone
same
that's
position.
young and
Yeah.
English. And
yeah, you
Like,
never.
you won't hear like Grealish Barnes. You don't hear that.
Never.
It's Grealish Madison.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Grealish, Mount.
It's a branding thing, man. I think he's compared to people with decent brands.
It's a brand.
Barnes' brand's not really there yet,
See Barnes,
but
though.
he's just doing football stuff.
Barnes. You could come to Tottenham if you want, mate. Like
What would it
you,
be bad?
because you just do good football stuff.
Yeah.
See, sometimes
Yeah.
you can have like you don't need like 11 stars. You can have 2 stars and 3 good football man,
Yeah,
and then the rest of them can just be professionals.
Some other guys.
Easy.
Is it?
Anderson.
Yeah, Dean Smith was definitely not happy with, I guess, Jack Grealish's omission, but it could be one of those things whereby we hear like, if he fell over in bed or one of those,
Crashed-
or his
crashed his
dog
car
bit
and
him,
ran
or
off
like,
and
the fridge fell on him. You know those weird little,
He was with that,
Injuries
he was
that
with
people
that black girl again.
Another,
yeah,
Had
yeah,
a
he
long
called
night.
her back up.
Got bagged.
Yeah.
Probably now corona violation. Got to chill out. It's probably more like that. I feel than
Watch.
his leg.
Watch this space, man.
But
But
when
Villa,
they say leg, like
incredible.
if you had to guess when they said leg, like what's that mean
Your
to you?
I was thinking below the knee.
Like, how do you hurt your leg?
whole leg.
The whole one.
Your whole thing.
They didn't even say the left or right.
Yeah, it's kind of like we ask him, where does it hurt? And he's like, oh, like there. Like, all right, cool. Fair play. But yeah, Leicester in great form. Again, I'd probably say that they should be looking to finish in the Champions League places, especially when you look at the teams around them and I guess their mixed form. We were supposed to have a live and watch Arsenal versus Man City. It was 1-0. Raheem Sterling scored early.
Wait, no,
There's not
no, get it
much to
right.
take out of it.
Oh wait, do you want to do the call now?
But
he's
yeah,
ready now.
sorry.
Yeah,
turn up, please.
not loads to take from the game apart from Raheem Sterling scoring a header in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Raheem Sterling header.
It's a collector's item, I think.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Scotch, why are you being a troll? Talk to your pal.
No, because he. Do you know what it is? Hello, CK. But you know, is you answered the phone on some cool thing, so I thought, let's see how cool you are, innit?
Nah, I didn't. Fam, I was waiting, innit?
Welcome to Armchair Gaffer CK.
Well, wait, hold the welcome.
We've seen you in the Insta comments, winding people up.
hold
Like,
the
yeah,
welcomes.
you're doing your thing.
Nah. Anyone else? No, I'm talking the truth.
No, CK, sorry.
Okay.
This is Jesse talking to. And I know what you're doing, yeah. Like, mate, listen, yeah. I was actually one of the first 4 internet trolls when they first brought out internet back on Pixel and Profile Pic. I was one of the first trolls. So what you're doing is reminiscent of what I pretty much invented. All right, yeah. So come on,
It's crazy. You know it's crazy.
go on.
I'll tell you. I'm talking straight truth.
So last
Liverpool
week.
Liverpool is finished. Klopp is not a top manager.
Whoa, Jesus
Whoa.
Christ.
Jesus.
Yo,
What is going on?
what's happening?
Klopp's not a top manager.
Whoa, that came out of nowhere.
Hold on,
All
one
right,
second.
manager.
Wait. Let me
All
turn.
right,
Let me
manager.
turn it up. Talk.
Go
1
on.
2. Testing 1 2.
Yeah, I think we're good. Could you say that one more
One more
time,
time?
please, CK?
Klopp's not a top manager. He's a good manager. He's not a top manager. He's not elite.
What
He's not
makes
elite
you?
manager.
What makes you say this? What have you seen?
Because to me, yeah, to be a top manager, you've got to control a squad. He controls 11 man. There's a difference between controlling a whole squad, rotating players, using the whole entire squad. This guy's been using the same 11 players for the last
With
3
about-
years now.
He's got about 8 injuries.
Say that again?
He's got many injuries, many injuries, and it's not the same.
Yeah, no,
players.
but that's no, but what's the injuries? Defensive injuries, right?
Jota as well.
yeah.
But mainly, no, he's right.
What's
Mainly defensive.
wait,
Yeah.
I'm not. No, wait. What's the? You just said he's got no injuries, isn't it? So what's the main injuries? Defensive,
Defensive.
right?
Yes.
Yeah,
They may not
VVD,
be-
Alright, cool,
Gomez, Matip.
Okay, and what's their main problem right now? Is it defending or scoring goals?
Both.
A mixture.
No. What's their
I know,
what's their
right.
what's their problem? Defending or scoring goals?
I'd argue scoring
it's
goals. To be
Definitely a
honest.
mixture.
Give
They
me the
went.
floor.
What was it?
Scoring goals.
Four Premier League
I-
games without a goal. Was it not too long ago? Or like
Alright,
2
cool.
3 weeks ago.
For me, yeah. If their problem is scoring goals, but they got defensive injuries, I just want to know. I'm not saying it is, but I just want to know what you think. Is the problem going forward? Them scoring goals, is that the problem for the defense? Like them missing Van Dijk and Gomez, do they have that much of an impact
I'll tell
of them
you.
scoring goals?
I'll tell you why they do.
I think it has an effect.
Go on,
But yeah, I see what you're saying.
let me hear your point.
Yeah. So my point is having 2 pacey, strong centre backs like Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez allows Liverpool to play an extremely high line, which lets them press very high up the pitch and win the ball back sooner, which lets them win the ball back quicker in more threatening positions, which lets them have more chances on goal. That's why it has a big effect. When you have Hendo...
So go on. Wait, so just to confirm, you're telling me that with Van Dijk and Gomez, it allows them to win the ball back quicker.
Higher up the pitch.
In opposition half.
Higher up the pitch because...
Fabinho and Henderson are in there, yeah.
VVD and Gomez can play a high line, so they're right up in the opponent's half, knowing that if the team do beat the high press and play a long ball over the top, they can recover.
All right, cool. But this is the problem. You're saying win the ball high up, but when I watch Liverpool and they score goals, where do majority of the goals come from? Fullbacks, right?
Previously, not this year.
Not this year, yeah.
No,
Yeah, no, they do.
They've been found out.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah,
You're right.
I'm agreeing with you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not. Yeah, not this year.
But so this year it hasn't worked because they've been found out, which is why it's not top manager. But before I even get back onto that, let's go back to the defensive thing that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So you're saying win the ball high up. For me, Liverpool, yes, they win the ball high up, but then when they get the ball, it's not really Van Dijk and Gomez. It's not down to Van Dijk and Gomez to supply the goals. It normally comes from their fullback. How many assists have their fullback got this season?
Oh, it's the numbers have fallen off.
Yeah, it's weak.
Ridiculously, yeah.
It's quite weak, innit? Do you know why it's quite weak? Because they've been found out. Because you're not the top manager. You have plan A, no plan B. Do you understand why you're not the top manager?
Well, Klopp's got to a Europa League final in the last 5 years, Champions League final runner-up, went on the next year, won it, finished, 2 points behind Man City's record-breaking team, came back the year after, won it by 19 points, and he's not a top manager.
No. He's not. He's a very good manager, but now you're seeing a decline. Do you know what Klopp reminds me of? And I've said it before. Do you remember when AJ was about to fight, and then out of nowhere, Andy Luiz came? He got himself there, but he can't be the guy. Klopp got himself there, but he can't be the guy. To be the guy, you have to be staying on top.
Klopp is Andy Ruiz, and Klopp is Andy Ruiz in this situation.
He's Andy Luiz. He is the new Andy Luiz thing. You've done very well, worked hard to get yourself there, but now you're there. Guess what? The pressure's too much. It's too much.
We've got a Liverpool fan.
You're striking out against reporters now. You're striking out against the league. You're complaining about the fixtures. That tells me that, it's got to you, and you can't hack it. You can't hack it no more.
CK, we've got a Liverpool fan here this week on the panel.
Go on.
Grim, what do you think so far about what we heard?
You might ever go viral off that, bro. That's a howler. Biggest howler I've seen, bro.
Why? Tell me why you think he's a top manager. Go on, tell me. Because of what he's done in what? Like his come up.
Because the streets never seen a man like him
his
before,
come up
bro.
is very decent, you know. He has a very decent come up, but to be the man, you have to stay on top. He's not really staying on top, is he? I'm gonna even say I'm mad as shout. I don't even think, and I said this. It might not be so crazy, but I said this from maybe a month ago. I said Liverpool's not getting top 4. I sounded so crazy, but now you're watching these results. They're not even in the top 4. So I'm telling you, you can't win the league with the amount of points you won the league with. You can't win the league the amount of points you win the league with, and then not get top 4. Yeah, that's crazy.
What, do you spare a foot for the injuries or not really? Or do you want us to go out with our backup with the backups and the backups?
Tell me another team in the league that has won the title and not come top 4.
Leicester City.
Leicester City.
There was
and with you and was that manager a top manager?
Claudio Ranieri.
Not bad, kicks. Not bad.
Yeah, to win a Prem, you don't win Prems. You don't win Prems.
Klopp's got a Bundesliga in there, brother.
He's not a top manager.
What did Chelsea do?
No. But guess what? You're all proving my point. You said I was waiting for Chelsea and Leicester. Exactly, that's what I was waiting for.
What about
and what happened to the managers the next year?
Mourinho as well.
So do you think if Klopp left Liverpool, do you reckon he can get the
Bayern
or the Barcelona or the Real job?
Yes, 100%.
So what's that mean?
If Klopp left Liverpool, would he be a candidate for a Barcelona or Real Madrid job? The answer is resoundingly yes.
What, if he was to leave Liverpool, could he get one of those jobs?
Yeah.
He probably could, because they're packed as well. These teams are packed as well.
CK, we could be here all week, and we're definitely going to get you back on at some point.
Do you know what, though? I just quickly, just before we cut, I want to know quickly, because... And you know what? The funny thing is I personally think CK... By the way, this is CK from Hear Me Out podcast. Make sure you go and check out his podcast. We're going to tag him in the description below. But the thing is, he makes mad shots and he goes early.
I can see it.
But it's kind of hard to argue when a man says something like, he's got no plan B.
The plan B thing, the reason he hasn't got a plan B, Klopp has been working.
Remember his plan B was Thiago. Thiago's looking pants as well.
No, but CK, you're not looking at the wider
Pep
thing,
has a
like,
plan B.
the wider
Pep's finding
picture.
a plan
I
B.
didn't say he's
Pep
got a
has a
plan
plan
B.
B. To me,
Yeah, Pep's finding it now.
Pep is a top manager. Pep has got plan B. Because when it ain't working, you might see Pep there on the touchline, hands thrown in the air, but he knows what he's doing. He's got plan B, plan C, and plan D. Pep is a top manager.
CK, before
Obviously,
you go,
sometimes it doesn't work out because it took Pep a while to adjust in it. And Klopp, I
It's
would
only
say
one
the same for
season.
Klopp, but you've just won the league, so I can't even say you need time to adjust. Because you
CK,
literally just
who
won
are your top managers just before you go?
Give us 5.
I'll tell you, I said this already, and I'll say it again. In the Premier, I wouldn't even put Klopp in the top 3.
Who are your top 3? We'll give you.
My top 3 in the Premier, I'll say Brendan, Ancelotti, and Pep
Thank
in
you.
the Prem.
Thank you.
And
Brendan.
he's 3. He's lost to all 3 of them.
Brendan, who hasn't won a Premier League.
Anything. No,
The
no,
treble,
no,
the
no,
treble in the SPL.
in SPL, yeah.
No.
Can I just
and
ask?
And this is where I'm going to say the difference is, and this is where I'm going to give Klopp his rating. Klopp is a very good coach, not a good manager, and this is why he's in the problem that he's in it right
Fair
now.
play. I guess
That's fair play. That's fair play.
we'll
I'll
leave
let
it there,
that.
man. CK,
I'll let
unbelievable. Thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for calling in and sharing your views. And yeah,
problem. I'll
definitely-
hit
One sec. You got anything you want to plug and promote before you go?
Yeah, you know what? Everyone look out for him, podcast. Go check that out on YouTube.
Mate, if
And that's
it's
it really,
anything,
man.
if it's anything like this phone call, I'm sure people will be traveling over, man.
It's bracking. It's
Yeah,
bracking.
yeah.
It's
All right,
bracking.
love. Thanks for calling in, bro.
Love CK.
Love.
Nice one,
All
man.
On that bombshell.
I'm exhausted after that. So we're not going to talk about Burnley and West Brom's nil-nil
Or
draw.
Arsenal. We didn't even finish Arsenal.
There's
We're
nothing
going to
to
leave
say.
it there. Sterling scored a header against Arsenal. That's,
Yeah, City 18 in a row. But yeah, thanks for watching again and listening on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, and Spotify. And we'll catch you tomorrow for the Continental Corner. Peace.
Peace.